Hey everybody, welcome to Building Bedrock Layouts. Excited to be live coding here with you today. I've got a few things on the agenda, but a big one is I'm still waiting for my computer to catch up with me here. But if you go to the bedrocklayout.dev, this skip link somehow is not staying hidden like it used to. In fact, it just keeps coming down. I'm not sure if that's something I created or how that happened, but I thought let's go ahead and work on that. And the other thing I want to do is I want to find a better way to make the CSS only thing much more front and center. It's very much hidden, and I want it to feel like a first-class citizen. Right now, everything's like not as easy to find, not as obvious. I really want to improve that. So if we can get that done, at least one of those things done, that would be great. But it looks like we finally got the website going. Yep, still having the problem, so let's get working on it. By the way, if you're paying attention, I did a recent release. I added a new hook to the library called the Use Resize Observer hook. It's really fun, and maybe one of these days I'll go over how I coded it, but I'm really proud of it. Something I was doing this logic in a couple different places across the library, and I ultimately decided let's go ahead and move it into a hook, formalize it, go ahead and publish it, make this part of the library. So anyway, if you have any questions on that, definitely shoot them my way. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's work on this thing. Oops. Fun of live coding. Sometimes sounds in the background disappear. That was Alexa. Anyway, let's go ahead and one of the things that I kind of feel might be part of it is recently I came in here and I added this. Oops. And I don't know, can't imagine that would break that, but let's, for sanity check, see if that did. In fact, we might need to just start this again. By the way, if you have any questions, just throw them in the chat, and if you're new here, I use Storybook for my document website because this is one of these things where I'm already using Storybook to test my components, to do some testing. So it's time to go ahead and just start publishing the actual Storybook as my actual doc site. So I'm not wasting my time. It's actually got a good flow. But like I said, the problem right now is somehow the skip to canvas thing seems to not want to stay hidden. And oops, I accidentally did the wrong thing. I'm rebuilding my library here, so this shouldn't take very long. It takes just a few moments to rebuild all the packages. There we go. See, now it's running Storybook here. Deprecation warning. This is good to know. I should notate this while I'm waiting. This is something I should be looking into. So I'm going to create this. If you want to go to the website, there's Bedrock Layout / Bedrock. This is where all of the GitHub and all these things are. And I'm just going to go ahead and notate this Storybook CLI warning. The following warning appears in the CLI. Sets to reproduce. Yarn. Yeah, yarn start. That's good. No warnings. Don't need any screenshots. Not important. Yeah, this is good. Submit new issue. And I'm going to, let's go ahead and put a, I don't know. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Anyway, thank you for going on that little tangent with me here. But let's, yeah, this is still happening. So this is not related to something I did. By the way, I just started trying to use this this new feature called Pretzel Rocks. So if you enjoy the music, let me know. But anyway, that's not the issue. So let's go back. Let's re-add this back in. Let's go yarn start. Let's see. Part of the sidebar header, that makes sense. Position absolute width, font size. And then it's moving it 100 pixels off. Yeah. There we go. But the moving of the 100 pixels is not enough. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wonder if instead of negative 100 pixels, we went negative 100%. That's not. Negative 200%. Let's just keep playing with this. 5, 6, 7. Okay. If we resize this thing, does it never? Oh, it does still appear. See, yeah. Okay, guess what happens when you do pixels instead of percentages? So what if we that preview wrapper yeah trying to think. I want to do something that like so it's relative. Okay. This is where it naturally wants to be right in the middle of that. So that's why it's like negative 100% takes you to not. This must have some padding or something. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Interesting. Why? Oh, it's moving its 100% of itself. That's why. Like, what if we do like top 0? Where would that put us? Then it's still there. Oh, that's what. See, I think that's what we're gonna want to do. So let's come in here and let's grab A tags that have the href is exactly equal to hashtag storybook preview wrapper. We don't want to do display none. We're going to have this be top 0. I have a feeling this might fix it. We might have to restart, but let's refresh. So yeah, I think let's refresh. Do you know what? I really like this music, but this Pretzel Rocks is fine in this regular chat, but I think it's getting kind of chatty in the overlay. So I think in a future episode by next week, I'm going to remove it from this overlay. So we only see just the actual chat messages that are coming in. Okay, that didn't fix it. So we're still getting the transform 100 pixels. We're not. And is it even applying the top 0? It doesn't look like. And if we come over to computed, are we getting top? I don't see that it's even getting applied. But if we just come in here and go top 0, this would fix it 100%. It's trying to do something that a little less obtrusive. Let's do a little bang important just to see if this gets applied. Refresh. See, it's not even. Oh, I think it's these styles only get applied in here, if I remember right. Like if somehow that's right. So this isn't even getting. Let's make an arbitrary, like, just to prove my theory here. In fact, here's how we can prove my theory. If we just come into Storybook, we go to these pages. Here's the landing page. Let's just create an arbitrary, like, yeah. Let's create an A with an href equal to, what did I say? Storybook wrapper. We'll go test. We save that. See this test. We inspect it. Yep, there we go. So this is something good to know. The styles coming in through this preview. So I'm bringing these styles in here. They only apply to the canvas, not to the entire thing. So let's discard that change and discard that. So I don't know if this is something that we might want to like try to make a contribution to Storybook itself, but let's look in docs and see if we can how much control we can do with theming here, because that's the other thing. I do want to create like a dark theme, because that's on the list, and I should probably put this into as an issue. We have this ability to create a light theme and a dark theme, but like I haven't set anything, so it's not doing anything. So we should definitely go in and see what that would take. And on the manager side, though, through and documents are timed with classing. This is an advanced feature. Okay. To style these, insert style tags into the manager head.html. So, do we have? So how much can I change? Here's an interesting test. Actually, let's do this. Manager styles, not CSS. And let's go body, background color, Dodger blue. So we're going to do, these are going to be a test to see if we can import this in. And if we come into the manager, what happens if we just go import manager styles.css. Let's save that. This is compiling. Let's go look at did that come in? It did. No, I mean, nothing happened, but so we could come in here and we could do that same test. So we could go href equals, let's do double quotes. And what was that? That was Storybook preview wrapper. That's right, Storybook preview wrapper. Let's save that. And let's do top 0. Let's see if this fixes it. Let's refresh. Boom, look at that. I think that's fixed. Yes, boom, look at that. That's fixed. I learned something today. So we were able to, if you import it into this manager JS, those styles get applied to the overall website. But if you do it to the preview, that applies to your canvases. So that way we can have maybe slightly different styles depending on that. These are like, I think the best thing to do is follow these whenever possible and then use these as escape hatches. But this is perfect. That's awesome. Look at that. So check, we fixed that problem. Well, let's yeah, it still comes in when we still have our skip nav. Let's refresh and then we'll immediately tab and we go skip. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. There we go. Amazing. Well, boom. Let's ship this. Let's go ahead and let's get C fix skip nav commit this. And what I have it so every time I commit anything, it does a check to make sure everything like compiles correctly, all the types are still correct, all the linting and everything. Because I like to know that each commit is actually is a clean, nice commit, and there's nothing broken. So in case if I ever decide to like go back a commit or something like that, I can feel confident that each commit was at least working. I mean, maybe it's arbitrary, but I just like that confidence that basically every time we run a commit, it's verified. Slows down the ability to commit and go sometimes, but it's one of these things where like if I commit and there's a problem, I want to fix that problem before I go on. So I don't mind being slowed down sometimes, because that way I don't go too far down a hole only to find out I've really messed things up. So let's see here. So the other thing I want to do is what happens if we come in here to Bedrock Layout, and in the examples here, these are all under their own like components folder. But I kind of wish that they were more like this. It's running through all the tests, making sure the Jest tests pass. Really need to get an M1 Max so this all runs a lot faster. Okay, here we go. I also use Commitizen. This helps me follow conventional commits. And I'm trying to think, this is a bug fix. Oh no, but it's a bug fix with the docs. So let's keep it with docs. Change. Let's say doc fix skip nav link not being pinned to top. So any breaking changes? Nope. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's yarn start this thing up again. Hey, do I know Linux commands? Awesome, Baljeet Hyper. Thanks for chatting. I appreciate that. Do I know Linux commands? I mean, I know some bash commands. It's something I'm not very good at. Do you know them, Baljeet? Are you good at that? Okay, so here we go. Localhost is coming back up. Definitely like that. See, it would be great to have it here, but the frustrating thing is these. I want this to be up above. So I think that's what I want to do next. Is let's go to the docs. And how do we change? Change order. Configure story rendering. Maybe this is it. On-demand story loading. Okay. project. So this is what I've got. If we come into the storybook and we do, pretty sure it's under main here. Yeah. There you go. Here's specific stories that I want. Go ahead and grab those. But I'm also like, let's see here. Oh yeah. So also looking for anything that looks like this. Go ahead and bring it in. Which generally is what I want. That's exactly, it gives me just what I want as far as that goes. But the let's see here. I don't know. So we have that. And the main.js configuration file is a preset. We're going to add things like this. Okay. By default, Storybook will load stories from your project based on a glob, like I'm doing. If you want to use a different name convention, you can do that. I don't. You can also customize your Storybook configuration, load your stories based on a configuration object. So we're doing stories, directory, title, prefix, files. Okay. So it's not the problem with the loading, it's the order. You can also simplify your Storybook configuration, load the stories based on a directory. Don't want to do that. Suppose you're working on probably include a particular pattern on demand. Don't really want to do this. A story sort. That sounds interesting. Let's look up the story sort. Sorting stories. Okay. Okay. By default, stories are sorted in the order in which they are imported. This can be overridden by adding a story sort option in the preview.js. Function to sort the stories. Any custom sorting can be achieved with this method. Interesting. Okay. Alphabetical. In the preview.js parameters. Just curious, what if we go options? That's not at all what I want. Options. Come up here and story sort. There we go. Story sort. And let's go method. We'll go alphabetical. What happens? Oh. Well, that's working. So what happens if we come in here? And we go examples. And we remove all these. That's looking promising. Yeah, let's just keep going through this. Let's stay on there. Okay. Cover CSS reset. CSS stories. I want to change this to have kind of this title case here. Frame, let's get rid of that. Frame, grid, bounce. I'm just going to go through these one by one. Split. I think I like this. Alphabetical, we got components, CSS only, examples, and we got the hooks down here. That's fine. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want. So I think we've got like 2 of these down. Yeah, this is my only. I don't want these alphabetically sorted. Oh, that's... because it goes to introduction. I want these in order. That's the one thing. So I need to work on that, but we are hitting right up to the end of the hour, so we're just going to leave it at this. Thank you everybody for helping me as I work through these bugs. I just need to figure this one last thing out, but otherwise this is I think this is going to go perfectly. Anyway, thanks everyone. Thanks for dropping by, and I hope you have a great day. Follow if you're not already, subscribe, and we'll see you next week as we keep working on this website and making the docs even better. Have a good one.